Good afternoon. Welcome to Africa Today. I am Wisdom Onisi. First, the headlines. DSS succumbs to pressure, releases NLC President Ajero. 47 inmates escape from a prison in Liberia. Death toll rises in Algeria and Morocco following devastating floods. And on sport, under 18 Afrobasket, Junior the Tigers battle Uganda in Pretoria. Now the news in details. Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has sent his condolences to the government and people of Niger State over petrol tanker explosion in Bida Agail Lapel Road on Sunday, which claimed the lives of 48 people and livestock. The president, in a statement amended by Bayo Nanuga, his special advisor on information and strategy, directed relevant federal agencies in transportation and road infrastructure to redouble their effort and work with state government to enhance the safety and security of travelers and residents. President Tinubu, who commiserated with the families of the dead and injured victims, also sympathized with the owners of shops affected by the tragedy. He prayed for the speedy recovery of the injured and pledged continued support for efforts aimed at providing relief to those affected. Away from that, we also have that the Department of State Services has granted administrative bail to the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Joe Ajero, who was released a few minutes before the midnight ultimatum issued by the organized labor. Pro-democracy activist and presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, Omoyele Sowore, announced his release in a tweet on Monday night. The People's Democratic Party, New Nigerian People's Party, and Social Democratic Party on Monday criticized President Bola Tinubu's administration following the arrest of Joe Ajero, the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, and the raid on the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project Abuja office by the Department of State Services. Ajero was arrested on Monday morning at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, on his way to the United Kingdom for an official assignment. Away from that, thousands of residents have fled their homes following the devastating flood in part of Maiduguri, Borno state capital. Borno state government had earlier ordered closure of schools over a report that the flood in the state could worsen within 48 hours. Many residents of Fori, Gatmari, Gwange, and Bola Borlin were displaced. A source disclosed that Aleo Dam collapsed early hours of Tuesday, posing severe threat to the residents of Maiduguri. According to a victim, the flood waters overflowed the Fori Bridge, which connects Fori and Gatmari to Tashan, Bama, and swept through homes with incredible force. When we return, news from other parts of West Africa. Stay with us. Welcome back. Now news from other parts of West Africa. The Malian Ministry of Health has called on international partners to help provide around 4.5 million pounds, that is 3 billion CFA francs, to deal with material damage and health risk, particularly in relation to the stagnation of water prone to diseases and epidemics. In its latest report issued on 4th September, the authorities said that since the start of the rainy season in June, there had been 228 cases of flooding in 18 regions, 18,140 households affected, and 42 people killed. The region of Chegou, Gao, and Bamako are among the most affected. The transitional authorities declared a national catastrophe on 23rd August and put in place a plan to reinforce food security and assist affected households. The Malian Council of Ministers adopted measures such as continued awareness raising on the risk of flooding, a formal ban on the allocation of plots for residential use in flood-prone areas, as well as cleaning of gutters and road junctions to improve water flow. Mohamed Askia Torre is the acting United Nations Humanitarian Affairs Coordinator in Mali. He said that UN organizations and all NGOs present in the country were mobilized. We also have that authorities in Liberia say that have escaped from maximum security prison outside the country's capital. The 47 inmates were able to escape because of a breach in the prison security system, the Justice Ministry said in a statement. The prison in Katal, a town 55 kilometers, that is 34 miles northeast of the capital, Monrovia. The ministry said that it was deeply concerned about the incident and is taking all necessary measures to ensure the recapture of the escaped inmates. The country's national police have also deployed additional officers to assist in the search for the fugitives, the ministry said. Prisons in Liberia are often severely overcrowded, and inmates lack access to enough food and basic medical care. Last year, a prison in Monrovia ran out of food, and 2 other prisons briefly stopped taking inmates because of food shortages. A large number of inmates are also detained without a trial. In November 2022, a UN report found that 73% of the nationwide prison population were patrol detainees. Now we move to other parts of Africa after this break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Now news from other parts of Africa. Tanzania's President Samia Suluhu Hassan has denounced the brutal killing of a senior member of the main opposition party, Chadema, who was kidnapped, beaten, and dosed with acid. Mohammed Ali Kibao, 69 years, was forced off a bus by suspected security agents while traveling from the country's biggest city, Dar es Salaam, to his hometown, Tanga. The post-mortem found that Kibao, who had been severely beaten and acid washed on his face, party chairman Free Mbowe told the newsmen. His death comes amidst concern by the opposition and rights groups about a clampdown on political activity. President Samuel condemned the brutal acts and called for an investigation into the murder. Hundreds stand out for Kibao's funeral in Tanga, where people called for Home Affairs Minister Hamad Mosani to step down as he tried to address the murders. We also have that the death toll continues to rise in Algeria and Morocco following deadly flooding caused by torrential rains. More than 20 people have died and dozens others are missing in both countries after flood swamped villages in normally arid region. In Morocco, homes were destroyed and infrastructure, including roads, electricity, water supply, and phone networks were damaged. Officials said the 2 days of storms in the weekend in some cases saw rain exceeding the annual average rainfall. The torrential rain came at a time when the country is struggling with a water shortage caused by 6 consecutive years of drought. It was a similar situation in neighboring Algeria, with bridges and train lines also damaged. The government has sent thousands of civil protection and military officers to help emergency response efforts and assist people trapped in their homes. Rescue efforts continued in both countries. Up next is business. Stay with us. Welcome back now to business news. In Nigeria, oil marketers are concerned about the delay in announcing the price of premium motor spirit, popularly called petrol, being produced by Dangote Petroleum Refinery, as they noted that the landed cost of imported PMS is now about 1,120 naira per litre. Dealers stated that a high PMS rise from the Dangote refinery would lead to the importation of commodity by marketers, since the government has opened up the market for competition. In July this year, the Major Energies Marketers Association of Nigeria revealed that the landing cost of PMS was 1,117 naira per litre. The landing cost is simply the price at which the commodity lands on Nigerians' shores. While the pump price of petrol ranged down 600 naira and 700 naira litre in July, the cost was raised last week to between 855 naira and 897 naira per litre by Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, while some independent dealers hiked their prices to above 1,000 naira per litre. It was also gathered on Monday that the delay in the release of the price of Dangote petrol had further made oil marketers deep in discussions with their foreign partners in a bid to start petrol imports. Still on business news, the Nigerian Deposit Insurance Corporation, the Central Bank of Nigeria, the Bank of Industry, the United Bank for Africa, Access Hold'em PLC, and other financial institutions will be discussing the impact of the current recapitalization on the real sector at the 2024 Finance Correspondent Association of Nigerian Conference. A statement made available to newsmen on Monday noted that the event will address Nigerians' ambitious goal of achieving a $1 trillion economy. The conference themed Nigerians' journey towards $1 trillion economy, impact of banks recapitalization, opportunities for fintechs and risk sectors, will take place on September 28 to 29, according to the FICAN panel discussion will feature key stakeholders from CBN. Away from that, still to come is sport. Please stay with us.
This is Hillstv.
Welcome back. Now to sport news. Nigerians junior the Tigers against Egypt at the Afro Basket Under-18 competition in Pretoria, South Africa. Nigerians junior the Tigers will on Tuesday, that is today, take on Uganda for their second game of the 2024 FIBA Afro Basket Under-18 Championships, starting at 11:30 at the Rembrandt Hall of University of Pretoria in South Africa. Nigeria started the championships on a score note, losing 70-57 to Egypt in their Group B opener on September 4th, but climbed down their way back in contention in their second game against Angola on Saturday, edging the South Africans 70-65. The six-time champions had to lift themselves from a 10-point deficit early in the fourth quarter to clinch the win in one of the most exciting games of the day. As the duo Isaac Ezekiel 21 points, 6 rebounds, and team captain Aziz Suleiman 20 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 10 steals put them on victory that took them to second position in the standing behind Egypt with a 100% record. The FIBA Under-18 Afro Basket 2024 tipped off on Sunday, September 1st, and will round off on September 14th. Still on sport news, Nigeria has concluded its campaign at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games, finishing 4th in the overall medal table with a haul of 7 medals. The country's medal count includes 2 golds, 3 silver, and 2 bronze medals. Onyechi Mark shattered the Paralympic record in the women's 61 kg powerlifting category, lifting an incredibly 145 kg. Folashade Oluwafemiyo won gold in the women's over 86 kg powerlifting category. Bose Omolayo secured silver in the women's up to 79 kg powerlifting category with a lift of 145 kg. Floral Ugwama won silver in the women's javelin category with a throw of 19.26 meters. Esther Nwogo claimed silver in the powerlifting women's up to 41 kg category. Isao Ogunkunle made history by becoming the first Nigerian player to secure an individual medal in para-table tennis since the Sydney 2000 Games, winning bronze in men's single class 4 events. And that's your sport news on Africa Today. We move to the rest of the news after this break.
This is Hillstv. Quality broadcasting is what we'll bring to you. Now we be this
Hillstv, Polka.
Welcome back. Now the rest of the news. Egyptian and Danish officials met in Cairo on Monday as part of the diplomatic efforts to prevent further violence and escalation in the Middle East. Egypt stressed the need for a truce in Gaza, including an exchange of Israeli hostages and Palestinian detainees. Egyptian Foreign Minister Al-Bad Ad-Dalaiti said Cairo will continue to make every possible effort to achieve an end to the fighting. Denmark's Foreign Minister Lars Løkke Rasmussen praised Egypt for its ongoing efforts to mediate and secure a ceasefire, which is essential to preventing further escalation. He will visit the Rafah crossing on Tuesday and expressed his concern about the humanitarian situation in the Palestinian enclave. The two also discussed a long-term solution to this situation in the Palestinian territories. Rasmussen said the two-state solution remains the viable solution to the problem between Israel and Palestine, and this is important as they seek a solution as quick as possible. And that's Africa Today, but before we go, here are the headlines again. We told you that DSS succumbs to pressure, releases NLC President Ajaro. 47 inmates escaped from a prison in Liberia. Death toll rises in Algeria and Morocco following devastating floods. And on sport, we brought to you that under 18 Afro basketball, Junior the Tigers battle Uganda in Pretoria. Remember to visit us on Facebook at Hillstv Abuja, Instagram at Hillstv Abuja, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Hillstv. I am Wisdom Onisi. Thanks for watching.